As a little girl growing up in LA, I had an immigrant mom with a Hollywood dream. Put your cute, curly-haired girl in show business and make her a TV superstar. It started early in life, age 3, the auditions, the rejections, tap class, ballet, jazz, theater, voice lessons, drama, guitar, figure skating, horseback riding, tennis, you name it, even baton. Anything to spice up that composite, also known as a headshot. And my overweight Romanian stage grandmother was my unofficial bodyguard who spoke zero English, but it was able to protect me from any other girls who could potentially sabotage my success by stomping on my toes and injuring me before any big dance audition. I wasn't particularly fond of being the center of attention. It was definitely my mother and grandma living out their immigrant dreams through me. But I cooperated. I became quite the tap dancer, amongst other things, and I had my very first kiss with a boy in drama class. Luckily, he was super cute, blonde hair with blue eyes, my favorite type at that time, apparently. His name was Arnold, my first childhood one-sided crush and a fake kiss. The hard work somewhat paid off. I did several TV commercials like Mattel and a number of cereal commercials, theatrical productions, auditioned for big movies like Annie. Most of the work I don't remember, but I do remember appearing on The Gong Show, a popular show in the 70s, showcasing talent with 3 celebrity judges. How original. I remember my outfit, my leotard, my hat, and cane, and I remember Potsy from Happy Days, who committed the ultimate brutal act of gonging me during my hat and cane tap performance. I know. So anytime Happy Days was on TV, my mother would curse at Potsy and call him a fucking asshole with her heavy Romanian accent. How do you gong a kid, you idiot? So I had many rejections I had overcome as a child actress, but the Gong Show was a pivotal moment in my life when I decided it was time to stand up to my mother. At the ripe age of 10, my domineering stage mother and I had our very first fight, where I absolutely refused to perform anymore. At that point, I had become quite fluent in Romanian cursing. She, along with my grandma chiming in, threatened to cut me off from all of my lessons. Little did they know that it was the biggest relief of my life. I had been doing this since I was 3 years old, and I was done. So fast forward about a decade later, I left LA to study law in New York City. I went on to become a trial lawyer, and then realized I detested the performance piece of litigation. After 3 arduous years of practicing law, an opportunity to become a talent agent presented itself, and at my interview, I am convinced that it was the Gong Show story that got me the gig. I had come full circle, and I knew this new career was meant to be. 24 years later, I now represent some of the most talented television broadcast journalists in the news business, and I understand all the insecurities involved in performance, the rejection, the craving for acceptance and acknowledgement. And I truly savor being such a big supportive part of my clients' lives and helping them succeed on TV. Even though I suffered irreversible trauma on The Gong Show, I still love to take tap classes in New York City, but I dance way in the back now, on my terms, reliving my childhood memories of my upbringing in the TV business.